on the frontal lobe. I hope you find this useful.
The frontal lobe causes the trapped. Let's take a look by taking the locus of control assessment.
So here it goes.
Just follow the simple directions and score yourself
get
at the
rid
end.
of this.
Please pause the video now.
Okay, here it goes.
You're back. Wasn't that an interest? That may help you improve your go back to video now and take a closer look at the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is actually the seat of will and choice, judgment, reasoning, social norms, and long-term planning. All of these things help us to make healthy, life-giving choices. The frontal lobe makes up 3.5% of the brain of a cat, 7% in dogs, and 17% in chimps. But in humans, it's between 33 and 38%. Our highly developed frontal lobe gives us a power of choice that's unavailable to the rest of creation. Our reasoning and planning capabilities are more powerful and complex. Thus, we're able to include many more variables in the decision-making process. One of the best choices you can make is to strengthen your frontal lobe because this enables you to make wiser, better choices that lead to significant change. You see, just as plants in a garden must be cultivated in order to produce flowers or fruit, thoughts must be cultivated to produce positive results. So, cultivate happy thoughts because it does strengthen your frontal lobe. Remember, too, that carbohydrates are necessary for healthy frontal lobe function. Serotonin and tryptophan are found in carbohydrates and are powerful mood enhancers. Lastly, choose to listen to happy, uplifting music. Eliminate music that encourages negative behaviors and attitudes or puts you in a negative state of mind. Ask, how does this make me feel? What does it make me think? Choose not to expose yourself to anything negative because such things compromise your reasoning powers and your happiness. We can do certain things to strengthen the frontal lobe and improve our decision-making abilities. For example, the brain and the body are a unit. They're not separate. Thought-provoking activities strengthen the brain because they increase blood flow. Blood flow is also increased by physical activity and massage. Enhancing blood flow in general increases blood flow to the brain because the body naturally prioritizes blood flow to the brain. Sunshine sharpens the mind and reduces the stress hormone cortisol. The frontal lobe functions best when it isn't stressed. Practice disease prevention by avoiding behaviors that cause debilitating disease. Fight disease with regular exercise and healthy eating that includes good carbohydrates, adequate sleep, strong relationships, and good music. The main cause of frontal lobe damage is lifestyle habits. The common effects of a compromised frontal lobe include impairment of moral principle, social impairment or the loss of love for and by family, lack of foresight, being incapable of abstract reasoning, and depression. A compromised frontal lobe is unable to interpret proverbs, has a diminished ability for mathematical understanding, a loss of empathy, and a lack of restraint. Now, a compromised frontal lobe changes one's personality. And these changes can be minimal at first, but accumulated over time, they can become a significant life-changing factor. They can actually wreak havoc on the emotional, social, financial, spiritual, and other facets of one's life. So here are some tips for making healthy choices to enhance frontal lobe functioning. First, stay focused on what the real choice is. Don't be distracted by chaos, lack of sleep, or the demands of the people around you. Secondly, remember HALT. H-A-L-T. Do not make big decisions when you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Remember, too, choosing wisely is easier when you choose to make one wise choice at a time. Start by spending time in thoughtful reflection about your life. Think about the kind of life you want to live, and then start taking steps to live it. When making life-changing choices, remember, you have God's power and help, as is written in Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. When it comes to change, people often feel overwhelmed because they don't know where to begin. What they need is clarity. Here are very specific steps for getting clear about what you want and need for your life. First of all, choose to change. After all, nothing happens until you're committed. Pray for wisdom and seek God's guidance about where you should start. Next, take inventory of your life to identify what's going well and what needs improving. Using the self-assessments that are in the back of the Creation Health textbook is a great resource for accomplishing this. After you've done those three things, prioritize where you'll start by choosing only 1 to 3 areas. Doing any more will just frustrate you and probably make you feel like quitting. Second, follow through by taking action every day. And third, reinforce your choices with positive people and surroundings that support your decisions and your efforts. We suggest this process for goal setting, and you should probably consider doing it for each Creation Health principle. Set goals that are SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, rewarded, and time-specific. Now, this goal-setting process brings clarity because you know what you're doing now and you're clear on what you're doing next. You'll easily see your progress, and making it time-specific by giving yourself a deadline will transform your dream into reality, if you take action. Let's get a good start on your Smart Health Action Plan with this new exercise. So take a